Welcome to your Daily Dose. My name is Robert. I'm here with my friend Terry. Terry, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Thank you. We did a really fun thing with the Parkinson's Association of Northern California where you presented yourself as Joy from Inside Out and you told your story in an interesting, creative way in front of, I don't know, 700 people.
I know it was crazy, something I've never done. I don't even know where that came from. I didn't know I had that in me.
Well, you said a very sweet thing to me. You said I wouldn't be here without you. And that
Yeah.
made me recognize, and I wrote the ensuing blog, which we have out there. And as we were talking about a moment ago, because we are now taking what you did on stage and putting into a video presentation that everyone will be able to see soon, we were talking about the emotional psychosocial side of Parkinson's that people are now recognizing more, which is good, but there's still this big gap of, well, what do I do with it? Because I heard you say, and you can expand on this, it's counseling or therapy is not enough.
No, it's not. It's not. It doesn't it hasn't given me a way to actually process and feel my feelings in a way um that's cathartic so that I actually go through them and I actually use them to help me be who I'm supposed to be, just like it in and out, and what I came to on my last one, which was I needed all of my feelings. I need to feel all my feelings so that I can actually live my best life. And some of those feelings are not fun. I mean, anger and grief, those are not fun. Um, and yet, you know, everything has a season of growth and a season of pruning. And so I'm trying to understand and process through that the grief and the anger is part of pruning, so that new growth and new opportunities can happen just like this.
I love that. I love the metaphor of gardening and seasons. Those work extraordinarily well. I want to say that from my standpoint, therapy is a great thing. It's just not the only thing. And unfortunately, right
Yeah.
now, this is one of those things right now where people say, "Oh yeah, psychosocial, emotional, go get some therapy, go to the support group." And what I heard you say, and what I agree with, the reason why these programs exist is there needs to be something tangible and practical that allows you to, just like you said, transform or metamorphosize yourself. And in this case,
Yeah.
you got to slip into the skin of a tangible character that you could really relate to and recognize I'm skipping across the surface of my life, just like Joy is. And you literally dressed up as her. And you then
Yes.
so talk to me about that growth process of getting in the skin of a character and walking through those moments.
Um, it was I learned a lot, and I agree with you. Counseling is a great thing. I have counseling, and I I love counseling, um, for what it is and what it can do for me. But I needed more, and getting into the character and actually trying to process my emotions through the characters, it allowed me to let down some of my walls and let go of my own expectations of myself and what does it look like to have anger and what does it look like to have sadness, and I borrowed from the characters in the movie because I identified with it. um, but to get into character really helped me process my emotions really in a safe way instead of in just a pile on the floor crying or whining and and having everybody say, yeah, you have a good reason to feel that way. You have a good reason to feel that way. It's like, yeah, well, I have a good reason to feel that way, but I don't want to stay feeling that way.
So there's the unstuck part, right? And that's where I think recognizing the hero's journey and being on a hero's journey allows you to do that. That this is all active, and that in order for any hero in any story to be successful, he, she, or they have to be active. Lying in a pile
Yeah.
of tears is reasonable for a moment, but you're not going to get anywhere, you know.
No. And let me just say that, I think it's been 3 years that I've been working on this. I've taken several of your classes and never finished any of them. That's how stuck I have been. Like I couldn't, I really, I'm still trying to process through. Um, and I'm so grateful for the cinema therapy and being able to see it through the eyes of a character in a movie, and then, you know, kind of, I don't know, just process through using that character as an example.
Yeah.
It's very helpful.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and you probably heard me say it before, but there's a great phrase and a great book by a guy named Austin Kleon called Steal Like an Artist. And it's the nature of creativity. Everyone does this. We all stand shoulders of giants. Nobody has a truly original thought, and that's okay. In fact, when we embrace that, we use the things that are around us for all of these purposes to live better lives. We become better people because your version of joy is not the version of joy from inside out. It is your
No, it's
version
not.
of her, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just like any of our emotions are not anyone else's emotions. You know, they're stand-ins for, oh, I kind of get that, but my color of joy is this. My color of anger is this.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is beautiful. Thanks so much. I look forward to cutting this all together so we can share with everybody. And like you said, hearing what's next. You feel
Hearing
like
what's
something
next.
percolating under the surface. So
Yeah, some grief, some anger, some I don't know what's going on here. Something else is coming.
good on you for exploring, and thank you for letting me be part of it.
Thank you, Robert.